Hey, good morning, everybody. welcome to day 5 of our challenge. We are already on day 5, only 25 more to go. So I wanted to say welcome to our live challengers, those that, are able, or, well, I was going to say like to, but that might not be a good way to word it. You're choosing to join me live this early in the morning. And also, welcome to our replay challengers. We have a few of you because of time, differences and things like that. You're catching the lives. I think everybody is starting to get into the rhythm of the best place to go for the lives is on the website. Why? Because Facebook eventually is going to take these down. Number one. Number two is there's other posts in our Facebook group on our page. And so sometimes the order gets all jumbled up. So it's a lot of people struggle with how to find the replays on the actual Facebook. So Facebook here is excellent for catching the live. And this is the only place that you can see the live. But again, replays, best place is on the website. And I think everybody's sort of getting, we had a few days where people were struggling with where to go, how to find it, but I think everybody's got it now. So I just wanted to say welcome to our live and replay watchers. If you are catching it on the replay here on Facebook, you know what I'd like you to do? I always tell my live people to throw in the comments, hey, I'm here, good morning, whatever. But I also would love my replayers to do the same thing. You can just put watching on the replay or whatever. It helps us to see who's actually in this. Hey, good morning, Nancy. So yeah, just, if you not comfortable doing that, that's fine. But we just love to see who actually caught it when. So go ahead and do that. And many of you are requesting the planner that I'm offering to you guys for free if you're joining us on the challenge. And so that's awesome. And give it a try, right? I have said numerous times, it might not be the tracker that works for you because the truth is it just might not be, but you don't know until you try. What I always tell people when I used to teach fitness classes and they'd say, what's the best exercise for whatever? And I'd say, well, you know what? The best exercise is the one you'll do, right? So even with this, the best tracking system is the one that you'll actually use and work, right? So for me, drawers full of all kinds that are so pretty, so artistic. And guess what? Tanya never used them. I didn't. Now this one, I've made it kind of colorful, but it just worked for me. Why this one clicked, I have no idea how my brain works. So I wanted to offer it to you guys because it is just the one that worked for me. So I'm excited that a few of you have gotten that. So what I send you is the PDF. You have to send me your email. I send you the PDF and then you got to print it out. There's a few color options when I send it to you, but you do have to print it out. Those of you that were on yesterday will get this. Incentivizing people. Those of you that didn't catch yesterday, you'll be like, did Tanya lose it? Okay. Yesterday was day 4. And for some crazy reason, words were very hard. And it bugged me all day that I was like struggling with words. So this morning when I came in, I cracked open the book. I went back to day 4. And of course, I got it the first time. I was like, what the heck happened yesterday? So there you go. I can speak. Incentivizing. That is the word. There was one other word and I couldn't find it that I struggled with yesterday. Anyway, I can speak. Oh, and then last thing before we jump in, if you noticed in the Facebook or on the Facebook page, we're doing, or I'm doing for the year, the way I'm reading the Bible is I'm doing it chronologically. And so I just, again, that's how I do things around here. When I'm doing something, I just want to make it available for anybody to join me that wants to. So you don't have to do any of it. You might have your own plan going on. That's great. But if you want to join me, I'm putting every day what the chapters are. And so we started out January 1st. I think we read the first 11 chapters of Genesis. Then we jumped into the book of Job. And now today we're back in Genesis chapters 12 to 15. Just throwing that out there. If you want to join me in that daily Bible reading. And that's also in the group. Okay, let's get started. So yesterday, the topic or the day was lick the honey, and it was a really great story, about like what that means. And I'm not going to go into that. You're going to have to go back and rewatch day 4, but it was really great. We're learning all kinds of tricks and tips. I don't know if tricks a good word. Tips on how to make this work, right? That's the whole gist of this challenge, how to make or break a habit. Now, this is a 30-day challenge. And remember, we talked about at the beginning, there's no guarantee that 30 days is the magic number for you, right? It can be, researchers say sometimes up to 254 days. Oh, Lord, let it be quicker for me, right? The thing is that we're learning is to be consistent. And up here, do it for a day, right? Don't think about, oh, God, this might take. No, we're doing it today. Yesterday's over, and you're not promised tomorrow, right? So we're doing it for a day. Hey, good morning, Vance. Good to see you. So that was yesterday. Today's day 5, we are on Circle the Mountain. I hope you have pen and paper handy. And while I'm talking about today, if there was anything that stuck out to you on yesterday's teaching that we did, throw it in the comments. I love to see what other people, what struck out to them, right? Because what sticks out to me, I might totally miss what you got, right? But so that's just always interesting to me. So make sure you're taking notes, not of every single thing we talk about, but whatever the Lord kind of highlights for you, because that is the thing, not just everything else, right? Whatever he highlights, we pay attention. Okay, Circle the Mountain. Our scripture reference is Mark 11:23. In the New Living Translation, it says, oh, Lord, please help my tongue today. Believe with me, please. Say to this mountain, may you be lifted up and thrown into the sea. Outside the ancient city of Kyoto in Japan, there is a monastery that dates back to the 9th century. Its founder, okay, here we go, Su Osho, was the first monk to complete an ancient challenge called the Kyogyō. Oh, Lord, what is it? In English, this means circling the mountain. As part of their quest for enlightenment, monks in training must complete a marathon-length circuit around Mount Hiei. They do this 100 days in a row, and that's entry level. Upon completing the 100-day challenge, they qualify for the 1,000-day challenge. See, this 30-day challenge isn't so bad, right? Only 46 marathon monks have completed the 1,000-day challenge since 1885. Those who complete the challenge, 1,000 marathons in 1,000 days, cover a distance that is greater than the circumference of the earth. Wow. To embark on that challenge, a marathon monk must petition his superiors for the privilege. If he is granted permission, there is no turning back. A marathon monk is allowed to quit during the first 100 days. But day 101 is the point of no return. Not unlike an Old Testament vow, there is no opting out. The monk commits himself to complete the challenge or die trying. The trail around Mount Hai is marked by the graves of monks who did just that. When I first heard about the marathon monks, I had a hard time believing that 1,000 marathons in 1,000 days is even possible. One marathon is hard enough. How do they do it? They eliminate all other options. It's do or die. There is a genius to the sacred ritual on day 101. Technically speaking, it's called a commitment device, and it comes in quite a few flavors. If you're trying to break a bad habit, impose a fine on yourself every time you fail to fulfill your commitment. Of course, you'll need someone to keep you honest. If you're looking to leverage positive reinforcement, why not try a box of Thin Mint cookies like Randy Pausch did? The only limit on commitment devices is your creativity. It took me 13 years and quite a few false starts to write my first book. How did I finally pull it off? I leveraged my 35th birthday as a deadline. I had to make a commitment to myself. I'm not going to turn 35 without a book to show for it. All of us are incredibly creative when it comes to finding excuses. If you're looking for an excuse, you will always find one. If you give yourself an escape clause, you will eventually take it. Habit formation requires implementation intention up front, but a commitment device is the insurance policy. The good news, at the moment of commitment, said the German poet Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, at the moment of commitment, the entire universe conspires to assist you. Oh, I love that. At the moment of commitment, the entire universe conspires to assist you. Oh, I love that. Hope you're writing that down. I got to highlight it here after I'm done. Can I let you in on a little secret? As a pastor, I often include things in my messages as a way of going public, thereby holding myself accountable. Sometimes it's casting corporate vision, like launching a new campus or building our DC Dream Center. Sometimes it's more personal. Before I started training for the Chicago Marathon, I announced that I was going to run it. Why? I knew it would keep me accountable. One facet of a commitment device is going public somehow. That's precisely what the Apostle Paul modeled. He publicly announced the date when their vows would end. One key to creating a habit loop is not giving yourself any loopholes. You have to pick a habit, any habit. You have to make it 3M. Who remembers the 3M? Measurable, maintainable. Nancy, help me out. Meaningful. Yes. Measurable, meaningful, maintainable. Then you have to wade into the water 30 days in a row. Or in the case of the marathon monks, you have to circle the mountain every day for 1,000 days. As a true freshman, Herschel Walker broke almost every NCAA record on the books for running backs. Most yards per carry, most touchdowns. He won the Heisman Trophy his junior year. In 2002, he was selected as the second greatest player in college football history behind Red Grange. How did Herschel Walker do it? You guessed it, a commitment device. Until the age of 12, Walker's passion was poetry and reading. One day he read a book about a Marine who did all these push-ups and sit-ups. That paragraph proved to be a prompt. Walker began an exercise regimen that involved thousands of sit-ups and push-ups, and he never stopped. Even after retiring from professional football, he kept doing 2,000 sit-ups and push-ups every day. Okay, I'm excited that I'm doing 100. But for me, that is something. I think that qualifies as a positive addiction. Remember our working theory? Almost anyone can accomplish almost anything if they work at it long enough, hard enough, and smart enough. The marathon monks are exhibit A. You don't run 1,000 marathons in a row without a growth mindset. If you focus on the size of the mountain, you'll quit before you start. The marathon monks can't see all the way around the mountain. So what do? They focus 100 feet in front of themselves, and they keep putting one foot in front of the other. They're plodders, par excellence. I've already introduced 2 dimensions of habit formation. Harder is better, and slower is faster. Let me add one more now to the mix. Smaller is bigger. If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and guess what? It will move. A mustard seed measures only 2 millimeters in diameter, yet it grows into a 9-foot tree. If that isn't exponential, I'm not sure what is. If my math is correct, that seed grows into something that is 1,371 times its original size. Contained within that seed is a remarkable nutritional profile that includes vitamins A, B6, B12, C, E, and K. It's a source of calcium, iron, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, sodium, and zinc. It has anti-inflammatory properties. Plus, it tastes fantastic on pretzels. If you didn't know what it was, a mustard seed, you would never imagine what it could become. And that is the essence of faith. We plant and water, but God gives the increase. God is great, not just because nothing is too big. God is great because nothing is too small. National Community Church has given more than $25 million to kingdom causes, but it started out with the first $50 check. We've taken 273 mission trips, but it started with the first team of 7. Don't despise the day of small beginnings. Just as God's power is made perfect in weakness, his sovereignty is revealed in our smallness. When it comes to habit formation, it's easy to get overwhelmed. That's how I felt when I started training for a marathon. That's how I feel at the beginning of every book project. Some days I feel that way just getting out of bed. My advice, quit worrying about outcomes. Just keep planting mustard seeds of faith. You have the authority to move mountains. Yes, you. You are capable of more than you can imagine. And I don't just mean 60% more. How do I know this? Because God is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us. Amen. Again, potential is God's gift to us. What we do with it is our gift back to God. You tap that potential by using the equation that I introduced on day 3. I hope you wrote this down. If you didn't, write it down now. Deliberate practice plus desirable difficulty equals durable learning. According to Anders Ericsson, the Swedish psychologist who first described the 10,000 hours rule, deliberate practice demands near maximal effort. Anything less than 70% effort doesn't disrupt homeostasis. It maintains the status quo, which makes it counterproductive. When it comes to physical habits, 70% effort is relatively easy to measure, especially if you wear a smartwatch. You figure out your maximum heart rate by subtracting your age from 220. Your target heart rate is the minimum number of heartbeats per minute to reach a level of exertion necessary for cardiovascular fitness. According to the CDC, that's somewhere between 64% and 76%. A happy medium is the 70% effort that Anders Ericsson advocated. How is it going with the habit that you're trying to make or break? Don't get discouraged by a perceived lack of progress. Seeds have to take root before they can bear fruit. That's good. Seeds have to take root before they can bear fruit. Keep giving it 70% effort, and it won't just add up. The effort will multiply like the marathon monks. So how do I make it a habit? Take inventory. Benjamin Franklin is famous for his consistent pursuit of self-improvement. He identified 13 virtues that he wanted to cultivate, and then he developed a tool to make them measurable and maintainable. He started with concise definitions: temperance, eat not to dullness, drink not to elevation; silence, speak not but what may benefit others or yourself. Oh, wow. We really need to implement that one these days, don't we? Speak not but what may benefit others or yourself. Ooh. Then tranquility, be not disturbed at trifles. Benjamin Franklin created what we would call a habit journal. He allotted a page for each virtue. And then he divided it into days. At the end of every day, Franklin would grade himself on one of the virtues. The habit journal served as a commitment device. See, guys, that's what this is. I call it a consistency calendar, but this is our commitment device, and a daily inventory. By his own admission, Franklin never perfected any of the 13 virtues. In fact, he fell far short. Yet I was, by the endeavor, a better and a happier man than I otherwise should have been if I had not attempted it. Oh, I love that. In the largest and longest weight loss study ever conducted, those who kept a food diary lost twice as much weight. It seems that the simple act of writing down what you eat encourages people to consume fewer calories, said the lead researcher. You have to identify the prompt before you can change it. If you want to break records, you have to keep records. Guys, this is so great. You have to track, map miles, and count your blessings. The magic of measuring habits is that it heightens our self-awareness by creating a feedback loop. It connects the dots between cause and effect. Habit formation requires honest self-evaluation. It also requires friends who care enough to confront. The best feedback loops have 2 ears. When it comes to breaking bad habits, few organizations have found more success than Alcoholics Anonymous. The founder, Bill Wilson, implemented a 12-step program to help participants overcome their addictions. Step 4 says, we made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. In other words, identify the prompt that causes you to drink uncontrollably. The 12 steps are highly acclaimed and widely used. But if AA has a secret sauce, it's 90 meetings in 90 days. Why? These meetings interrupt the pattern of participants. Instead of hitting happy hour after office hours, participants attend the AA meetings. Ask someone who has gone through AA how long they've been sober, and they can tell you the exact number of days. Why? It's all about the winning streak. They can even show you their 90-day chip. They count the days they've been sober the same way marathon monks circle Mount Hai. Whatever habit you're trying to make or break, you have to take inventory by creating a feedback loop. Then you have to keep at it one day at a time. Circle the mountain. Okay, this might be my new favoritist day. Because this, if you have followed me on my professional page, any of my shorts, videos, anything I do is all about tracking and writing and all of that. So here we go. See, this isn't just me. So again, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but apparently that's okay, right? Because we're only on day 5. So you haven't heard me say the same thing for 30 days yet. But I don't care if you don't want this one, right? If you don't want this, what was the term he used? I call it consistency calendar, but what was the thing he called it? Oh, there was a word that I said, oh, let's call it that. See, I got to have my little highlighter as I'm reading because I would have highlighted that. Anyway, commitment device. Commitment device, that's it. Okay, so this is the commitment device that after, I don't even know how many years of trying and downloading and printing off all the other ones that didn't work, this is the one for me that has worked. So again, I don't care if you want to do something else, that's fine. But today, this is your homework. I want you to find a way. If you want a blank notebook and you want to write whatever, I want you to think of how you're going to track what is your commitment device going to be, so that just like the AA people, we can say, hey, yeah, for this habit, I've been going at it 10 days straight. Or, you know what, I missed a day, but I got back on, right? Like, it's not about that we don't ever mess up, but we know we're keeping track. So if you want mine, now I'm showing you the pretty color one. I do have one in browns, if that, for the guys or whatever. I mean, Gary kind of didn't care, but I did give him the browns. I can send you the PDF for them, but you have to print it off, right? So you have to have access to a printer. But you know what? If you're committed to this and you're like, oh, I don't have a printer at home, do you have access to Staples? They'll print it off. They can do it. Maybe your church can do it for you. Find somewhere to print it off if you want this. And I will email this to you for free. I will do that to you, for you. Not to you, for you. But again, if there's something else, if there's another method that you have, but that is today's homework. Okay. Today's homework, you are finding what your commitment device is going to be. And whatever that is, if you want to share it with us tomorrow, that's fine. Whatever you decided, if you want to just let me know in a message or whatever, I would love to hear what works for other people. That fascinates me because I've been doing this for so long that I totally know what doesn't work for me. And you know what? Here's the thing. One more thing is I'm okay if one day, 1 year, that all of a sudden this doesn't work anymore, right? And maybe I have to change it up. I don't know. But for right now, this is what really works for me. And like I've talked about before, what's cool about this is it's the whole year, right? This is like a year at a glance. That's why I love it. I mean, there were other ones that I kind of liked, but after a couple months in, if I ever wanted to have the year at a glance, I had to, have a gazillion papers, right? And I like this. Each habit has its own sheet for the whole year. So this is I don't know if you can read that, Bible reading, right? So I can see for the whole year, I can look and say, oh, what happened in April? I only read the Bible like this way 1 day out of the whole month. So what was going on? Right? Because we want to get just like the AA guys, right? We want to know what's happening in our life, what is triggering us to not do the things that we've already decided matter, right? Because the habits that we're choosing, they have to matter to you. They have to matter, or else you're not going to do it. You are not. It's like the monks, right? We have to have that it matters so much, like do or die. I mean, that is serious, right? Some monks, there's graves around that mountain. That is commitment on a level that, in this day and age, we just don't see a whole lot of, but I want to. I want my life. I've been through enough now that it matters. It really matters in different areas, right? Whether it's family, whether it's financial, whether it's your health, right? It matters, you guys. It really matters. And if it doesn't matter now, it could matter later when there's no turning around that ship, right? So today's the day, right? We're going to do it for a day. Okay, I'm going to quit babbling on. Do your homework for today. And again, I would love to hear what you guys decided as your commitment device. And so that is all for day 5. Thanks for doing it and joining. And remember, you know what? It's not too late to join. If you have anybody that you get talking to about this challenge that you're on and they say, hey, I want to do that. I need that. Guess what? All the replays are on the website so they can catch up on that and then just go from here, right? It's not too late to join, and it won't be too late to join even on day 29 because we're not stopping, right? Day 30 is just the jump start, just the dive into life change, right? So go ahead and invite people to come, catch the lives if they can, send them to the website. www.renaissancelifeministries.com is the website. And then the email, because you have to email me your email to get this. And that is renaissancelifeministries@gmail.com. Okay, so that's the website. That's our email. Let me know if you want this to be your commitment device, and I can get that to you. Have a great day, you guys. I am praying for you, and I am believing, just like I said, that this is going to be the first 30 days of a major, wonderful, great, life-changing year for you, right? One day at a time. All right, thanks for joining me today. I'll see you guys tomorrow, bright and early, 8 o'clock for day 6.